A long time coming for a high school diploma. Northern News Now's Madison Green was in Nashwauk today, showing us how presenting that diploma righted a wrong from 6 decades ago.
Imagine having no record of all of the hours of studying and extracurriculars you put into high school. Well, for one member of the Nashwauk-Keewatin High School class of 1961, that was the case for her entire life. But today, all of that changed. The late Carole Clark McBride, who passed away in September, finally received her diploma Tuesday. She suffered from cerebral palsy her entire life, and while in high school, she could not complete the gym credits she needed to receive her diploma, so she never got one. 14 years after Carole would have graduated, in 1975, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act was passed to protect students like Carole and ensure they are credited with the education they earned. 62 years later, her family, who advocated for this wrong to be righted, accepted her diploma from Nashwauk-Keewatin.
Anything is possible if you set your mind to it. 62 years ago, we're hoping to fix this mistake that happened and show that it's never too late to do the right thing.
Carole was a disability advocate her entire life, and her family says she never let her own slow her down. Carole's family hopes her courage will show others that just because someone has told you no doesn't mean you should stop fighting for what's right. In Nashwauk, Madison Green, Northern News Now.
Thank you, Madison. Coming up at 6, hear from one of Carole's daughters who accepted her diploma on her behalf.